Well, Scott, we got our first look at the Nintendo Switch 2, and really all we got was an announcement for an announcement, right? Nintendo posting their video showing off at least what the Switch 2 looks like. We didn't get any hardware, we didn't get any software, nothing like that. Really no specs at all, really no details, right? All we saw 2025 flash across the screen. We already knew that. We all knew the Switch 2 was coming this year. We want to know when it is coming this year, and that'll be revealed, I hopefully assume, at the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct that they did announce at the end of the video. So that's going to be on February 4th. So really, Scott, all we got today was an announcement for an announcement. Very curious to see when we get to learn a little bit more about the Switch 2. We did maybe get a preview of the launch title, right? We got a new Mario Kart game. How do you feel about that as the launch title?
Oh, Mario Kart, first of all, is just absolutely not what we need at a Nintendo right now. That certainly would have been a safe bet. But I'm really hoping Metroid can push the envelope and really show us what the Switch 2 can do. However, I'm not terribly excited. I have to say my first reaction to this is that I worry this is a Switch U, meaning that it's just not going to innovate in any major capacity. It really just seems like this could be a Nintendo Switch XL. You know, what is the leading edge of the tech here? We're not really seeing any of those details. And that's something that we likely will get a little bit more of a look on the 4th. But even then, I don't expect it to be a real technical showcase. And that's really unfortunate because what is the Switch going to do to compete in the new age against new consoles or perhaps other third-party different pivots as we've seen Xbox do? But it's really bizarre to me that Nintendo just can feel like they step completely out of the realm, completely out of the ring, let you guys fight it out, and they'll just kind of always be there doing their thing.
I think you're right, Scott. I think the problem is, at the end of the day, Nintendo knows they have us, right? If you want to play any of those big Nintendo titles, right? Mention Metroid, Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, even Donkey Kong potentially. I know there's some rumors that people have been pushing for them to make a comeback. You've got to play it on a Nintendo console. That's always kind of been their draw, is if you want to play our game, you've got to play it on our consoles. We don't branch out to go cross-play like Xbox. We don't do delayed releases like we see on PlayStation where 6-8 months later, we're going to put this game everywhere else. It is Nintendo Switch or nothing, and I think at the end of the day, that's the goal of the Switch 2, right? We're going to maybe upgrade the hardware, maybe upgrade the software. Again, we didn't get to see any of that today. We have that direct for the Switch 2 coming on February 4th. Hopefully we see it, but all the specs have allegedly been leaked, and none of them are that impressive. But that's our only place to play those games, and I think that's what Nintendo knows they're going to draw everybody in on. These are the franchises we grew up on. If we want to play Mario, if we want to play the next Zelda, you've got to get a Switch 2, and that's what they're banking on. They do have some nice backwards compatibility they sort of hinted at. I think that is going to be very cool if you say, look, I've got some really fun Switch games I want to keep playing. Most of those should work. We'll get some more details, I hope. But, Scott, before we end, we didn't get a price. What do you think it's going to cost you?
I really don't think the price is going to be too exorbitant. I'm going to say around 450 Canadian. Whether that works out to others and other numbers or other countries' currency, we'll have to see. But I don't really think it's going to be that premium level.